Let me talk to the people. You are tired of being held back. You're tired of it. You're tired of it. It seems like every time you try to move forward or you try to do something to better yourself, it seems like things get in your way. Situations get in your way. And it seems like people that supposedly care about you and have your best interest at heart, it seems like those are the people that's supposed to be pushing you forward. Those are the people that's supposed to be supporting you, supposed to be helping you. But instead, they're always becoming a stumbling block or getting in the way. And the crazy thing, you fight frustration because you try your best to hold your peace because you don't want to say the wrong thing, because you love God and you know, because you want to do the right thing. But frustration is building. Frustration is building, and you don't know how much you can take. You don't know how much more you can take. You don't know how much more you can take. But I want to encourage you. I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to say that to hang in there, and to hang around. Hang here and hang around, and just know that whatever you're going through and whatever you're dealing with, wherein you're just tired. You're just frustrated because you feel like it's like, let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of now I know this person that played football. Now this person played high school football. Now he was the fastest person on the team, and he had the most skills, but because he wasn't the favorite, it was difficult for him to get playing time, for him difficult to get in the game. But every time he wanted to get in the game, they would never let him get in the game. Never let him get in. And so all he was waiting on was that one shot. All he was waiting on was that one moment, that one situation where he can just get in, because he's been asking the coach, let me get in, because he see what the other players are doing. And he's saying to himself, I can do better than that. You know, and he keep harassing the coach. He keep letting the coach know, Coach, I'm ready. Coach, I'm ready. And so to one day the coach let him in. And when the coach let him in, it was like the moment, it was like his last moment. He gave it everything he had. He gave his best. And so that's where many of you are at. Because you're saying to yourself, you're saying to God, I'm ready. But it feels like you've been held back, and you're tired of people and situations and circumstances holding you back. All your life, every time you felt like you was ready to go. Every time you felt like God said yes, and God said go and do this, something came. And it got in your way, and it caused you to pay attention to that. And it was frustrating because you wanted to do what God was calling you to do. You knew you had a calling, but it was like you're fighting certain things. You're fighting certain things in your flesh. You're fighting certain things because there's certain desires that you wanted, but at the same time you still want to please God. But now you're at this situation where you're tired. You're tired of going through the same old cycle. You're tired of every time you're about to launch, something comes to try to knock you down. Every time it's time for you to do certain things for God, something comes and get in your way. Well, you got to pay attention to that. And so you're not going to let that happen right now. And so let me tell you something. God is going to remove the hindrance. God will move the hindrance. See, because if God got a plan for you, if God got a promise for you, you're going to fulfill it. If God says you're going to do a certain thing, believe me, God, let every man be a liar, but let what God say be true. And so hang in there and hang around and trust God, because He knows what you're feeling and He knows what you're going through. And you know what? And you know what? And the thing about it, let me tell you something else. Where it feels like you've been held back, and in some cases, it feels like you were dealing with those things, circumstances, stuff like that. But God says He created that. See, because your warfare became your shield. And the purpose of your warfare becoming your shield, it was the purpose of blocking your eyes from things you didn't need to see. Blocking your ears from things you need to hear. And so, but what God was doing, it's almost like being held back. It's almost like having a slingshot. And so the more you hold that slingshot back, at some point, when you let it go, you're going to launch. And so God was been holding you back. He's been holding you back, but he's been pulling you back. He's been pulling you back. He's been pulling you back far and far. And so the more he pull you back, the more far you're going to go. Hear what I'm saying? The more you've been set back, the more you've been knocked down, the more you've been set back, God is going to call you to launch. Hear what I'm saying?